But this is only the starting place for life change. Nehemiah said, I mourned and I fasted. Second thing that he did was fast, and this points to a second attitude that we need to have if we want to change our lives. We have to be willing to grow in personal commitment and discipline. Turning your note sheet around, top of the other side. We must be willing to grow in personal commitment and discipline. We got to be willing to give it our all if we want to experience godly life change. Well, fasting points to this. What's fasting? You're going without food. Usually in the Bible, when it's described, you're going usually for a day, oftentimes longer. Combined with prayer, combined with confession, fasting is one of the most powerful spiritual disciplines that the Bible teaches. And in fact, Jesus expected that his people would fast until he comes back. And yet this is a discipline that very few practice. I started doing this in college, and I've run hot and cold with it. When I'm going strong with it, usually I do it every week or two. And without fail, it always brings about an uptick of spiritual vigor in my life. But the thing about fasting, this is where the discipline comes in. You're going without food for a day. How long do you have to go without food before your body starts turning you into the authorities? Huh? About an hour? If he preaches much longer, my stomach's going to, yeah. Can you imagine that a whole day? And I'm not going to ask for a show of hands how many of you have tried to fast, but it's not easy and it's not fun. The blessing comes on the other side of it. Nehemiah fasted. In other words, my friends, he was willing to pay the price to bring about a change in this situation and in his life. Now, and this is hard for Christians to hear. You know, we're saved by grace, not works. You know, we understand that. There's nothing we can do to get saved except fall before Jesus and accept his gift of forgiveness. Say, Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner, and surrender our lives to him. And in that moment, with that prayer of simple faith, if it's real, if you confess with your lips that Jesus is Lord, you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, in that moment, you're saved. You belong. Grace alone. But see, after we're saved, God expects us to do a whole lot. He expects us to roll up our sleeves. It's always by grace that we do it, but he expects us to work. Jesus said this, listen to this image. He who puts his hand to the plow. I don't even know do you know what plows are? Picture a lawnmower. And looks back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. What's Jesus saying there? Once you start out to this Jesus thing, you give your life to Christ, it's all great, fireworks, streamers, woo! And then a few weeks go by and suddenly you're going, this reading the Bible every day, this going to church every Sunday, and this fighting off temptation. My life was easier before. And you start to look back. Jesus says you're not fit for the kingdom of God. He's not saying you don't belong there. You're not fit. You're not conditioned. You're not strong. Your faith is flabby.